Kimbugs, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell down below so you're notified every time I post a video. Become a Kimbug, because what are you doing? And without further ado, we can hop right into this video. I didn't even know I was gonna come back on here this soon, honestly. Yeah, let's just bask in that, okay? Because I thought I wasn't gonna see y'all till my 12-month block update, but I did want to come on here and talk about this because I feel like it's important. If you haven't already, go ahead and follow my loc page, fave.locbay. It'll be in the description box below for you to go ahead and follow. Just click the link, hit the follow button, bada bing, bada boom, you're in there. I did post a ponytail visual from my 6 months. Yes, I did post a 6-month loc visual, and then I posted my current loc visual of my ponytail, and basically the growth was real. And I got a comment underneath that post that made me want to create this video. So basically, he asked, what did I do to grow my hair in 5 months time? And basically, I just wanted to come on here and just like answer that question, just in case anybody on here is wondering or is just concerned about your loc growth. Between my 6-month and my 11-month, I did hit a big growth spurt in my locs. That's when I knew my locs were taking off, which I thought my locs were going to take off at that time, because during like maybe 3 to 6 months, my locs were at the same length, like they weren't growing, but I knew that I had a lot of shrinking going on. And so I knew once I got done with the shrinking, that's when the growth spurt was going to hit. That's when I was going to see that my hair was actually retaining length. And it wasn't like my hair wasn't growing, because your hair is always growing. It's just that now the shrinking has stopped. Now my hair can finally get some length, And I want to acknowledge a lot of things in this video, but I hope I can get it very cohesive so that way you guys can understand what I'm saying. Tip number one, for like when you are in these phases, in your first year of being locked, don't be surprised if your growth isn't as much as you think it is, because the growth really happens after year one, closer to your year two mark. That's when they say like your locs really drop, which I don't even think my locs have actually dropped yet. Now granted, we getting some hang time, but I don't think my locs have dropped yet, because this is where my hair was when it was straightened, like as a loose natural. So I knew that my hair was going to like come back to where it's supposed to be, at 1 year. And then after 1 year, that's when I'll be able to see like extra growth. Number two, I want to say that even though I knew my hair was going to grow the length of my hair that it was as a loose natural, I knew that I still had to be consistent and still take care of my hair, because if I didn't, it wouldn't have done this. So I'm not saying that I didn't have to put in work, because I did, but just not as much as a loose natural. Glad we are over that, huh? Yes, is get with the winning team, as Jocelyn would say. And what I think is most important, and what I answered his question with, was staying consistent. So I really feel like staying consistent with your moisturizing routine, because that's really the only thing that's holding your locs up, is the moisturizing routine, because that is what you have control over, because everything else you don't have control over. The budding, the locking phase, like all of that that's happening and transforming into your locs is out of your control. But what you can control is what matters. So moisturizing, staying consistent with my moisturizing routine was number one, was a big number one. And that's something that I rarely did as a loose natural, but as a loc natural, it was easier for me to maintain, which I tell you guys all the time, I use Nia the Loc God products. Get with Nia the Loc God products. Try those out. See if those work for you, because they definitely work for me. I also incorporate my loc tonic somewhere here and there, and a sealing oil, a great sealing oil. So I either would recommend grapeseed oil, which is number one, okay? Top two and ain't number two, baby. I've been recently trying sweet almond oil, which I did not know protects your hair from like UV rays. The number two thing that I said in the response was to what was it? I always made sure to keep my locks clean. So even now, I'm really cautious about keeping my locks clean, my scalp clean, because scalp health is very, 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 very important. Hair starts growing at your root, at your scalp. So you want to make sure that your hair or that your scalp is clean and your locks are clean, that your locks aren't having a lot of excessive buildup, because that does hinder your locks from growing. And number three is to make sure that the products that you're using actually work. Just seeing what your locks like and what they don't like is really important in growing your locks and making them healthy. And I also want to touch on loc health. I know a lot of people in the loc community, especially loc beginners, including myself. Okay, I am not excluding myself from this equation because I'm definitely in this equation. Okay, I know a lot of us want the loc length, we want to just already be there, and although that's nice and everything, a lot of us are giving Lil Wayne when we should be giving Chloe and Halle, okay? And what I mean by that is I'm saying a lot of us want the loc length, but we're not really concerned about our loc health. And so by the time we are at our loc length, our loc health is, well, you know what I mean. Where it's just like if you just consider the loc health over loc length, then you will meet both of your goals, which is having healthy hair and long locks. And also, I did do this cute little style, which I'm actually really loving right now. I did like these bantu knots, and my locks are hanging in the back. I didn't do anything special. And then my two in the front. This is like my signature thing now. But yeah, and I didn't even retwist. I just kind of like wrapped the loose hair around in my edges, and it's a look, babes. It is a look. And that's really all I had. So I'll see you come back to another video. Bye, loves.